सो हाय एवरीवन, आज है 10 तारीख जून का महीना एंड मंगलवार का दिन। सेंसेक्स में आज के दिन एक्सपायरी रहने वाली है एंड व्हाट वाज एक्सपेक्टेड आल्सो, आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग दिस मूव फ्रॉम द मार्केट। एग्जैक्टली दिस इज व्हाट आई एम एक्सपेक्टिंग। लेट मी जस्ट एग्जीक्यूट द ट्रेड दैट आई हैव प्लान्ड हियर। क्योंकि देखो, ऊपर देखो, एक चीज आप समझो कि ऊपर की तरफ कहाँ पर स्टॉप लॉसेस है। यहाँ पर देखो, स्टॉप लॉसेस नो डाउट कल के दिन थोड़े हो सकते हैं बिकॉज ऑफ द सेलिंग दैट मार्केट हैज शोन। लेकिन जस्ट थिंक फ्रॉम दिस पर्सपेक्टिव कि अगर ये गैप डाउन ओपन हो रहा है, क्या वो स्टॉप लॉसेस अभी टिकेंगे मार्केट में? डेफिनेटली नॉट, राइट? तो व्हाट विल बी द बेस्ट केस सिनेरियो कि मार्केट यहाँ पर सस्टेन कर जाए, ये हाई सस्टेन कर जाए एंड उसके बाद थोड़ा सा नेगेटिविटी शो करे। दिस इज व्हाट द बेस्ट केस सिनेरियो विल बी। तो लेट मी जस्ट गो थ्रू द, थोड़ा सा मेरा आज के दिन बियरिश ओवरव्यू ही रहेगा। दैट्स व्हाई आई हैव सेव्ड सम स्ट्रेटजीज। सो दिस इज व्हाट आई हैव प्लान्ड फॉर एग्जीक्यूटिंग। ये जो रहेगा, इसमें हम इस एक्सपायरी के लिए ट्रेड करेंगे डेफिनेटली एंड लेट मी डायरेक्टली एग्जीक्यूट इट। 25,200 तो इसमें ऐड कर देता हूँ। 25,200 कॉल ऑप्शन एडेड एंड ऑल्सो 25,400 call option added. I have added both the call options. So let me buy this one. But it is very, you know, so fair enough. Not an issue. We can buy this and we have to sell this one. So we have executed the spread. Here our net credit will be somewhere close to 60, 50 something, 57 rupees something. So let me show you. So this is somewhere close to 58 rupees. So we have to see that क्या 58 rupees देखो, funds utilized जो हमारे यूज मार्जिन है वो 47,897 है, which is visible also. इस पोजीशन को we will be carrying towards the expiry also. And let me show you one thing. It's the payoff graph. Let me go to the positions. So this is what the payoff graph looks like. यहाँ पर समझो एक चीज, कब हम इसमें प्रॉफिटेबल हो सकते हैं? once market stays below this high, right? अगर market stays below this high, then we will be profitable in this position. Otherwise, at any case, we are not going to be profitable. हाँ, एक और चीज ये पॉसिबल है कि मार्केट अगर साइडवेज हो जाता है यहाँ से, फिर भी we will be making some sort of profits in it. And if you look at the builder and ask me कि आज के दिन कहाँ पर तुम लॉस लेना पड़ सकता है तुम्हें, which is 25,131, जिसके ऊपर ही चल रहा है, means our position is running in negative right now. So 25,131 is the break-even point and market is running over 25,128. So which is fair thing, ठीक है? Suppose करो मार्केट यहाँ पर stays here only. So what could be the possible scenario? अगर if market stays here at 25, let's suppose 25,130. So what would be the realized PnL here? Minus 42 rupees. चलो वो बात करते हैं. If market spends the entire day here, then the realized profit will be 173. Once more, if market stays entire day here for the next day also, then the realized PnL will be this one. Also, if market stays till the expiry below this 25,138 point, then our realized PnL will become 4,000 something. But let's see how the momentum will become. Accordingly, we will think of okay, what could happen to this position, right? As of now, there is no need to worry about because my plan was very simple in both of the indexes. That market is not going to do a sharp move today, but let me add some at the money options to observe that does the sharp move is happening over this or not. So this is the at the money option, and this one is the at the money option. To just to observe that what is the possible move coming in the at the money options. So it is taking support near closing price, which is very unreal, which looks very unreal. No doubt people will be getting very fear of selling on the at the all-time high. Look, put options have already shown gap down because of the gap up opening, and uske baad they are falling right now. They are falling. You can see that. But what happened with the call option? Look at them. They opened gap up. They showed some bullishness. After that, showing negativity. So, and look at the VIX. This is the VIX that I avoid for option buying, and that's why it's fair enough. So let me go through the position once more. So the risk to reward will 2.5, and if you look at the delta, which is minus 0.22, what does that mean? If whenever market falls, I'll be getting profit. It is negative one. If market falls, for every 1 point of fall in the market, I'll be getting 0.22 rupees against that. So this is what it shows. I think I shouldn't be very worrying about this position. Let's see, I will update you how this turns out to be. Yes, but yes, I if I have executed on the top, then it will be very fine, but no issue. If you ask me about the Bank Nifty has done the same. Even Bank Nifty is more negative than Nifty and Sensex because it has sustained the high clearly by doing a trend line here. But one major thing in Bank Nifty, what is it has taken support, it has taken resistance of 57,000, which is a major round number of Bank Nifty. And one thing that in the overall buying trend in the all-time high, when market is hovering around the all-time high, people would be definitely what doing is they would be selling, they will be fearing out of selling into the market. Also, they will be placing buying orders whenever a retracement, whenever a level, whenever a round number, every time they will be start buying into this. So that's why we have placed a selling order into the market. Means that is the reason why we have a selling side view into the market. No doubt the decay is happening very fast. Let's see, I will update you about this position. Look at what happened right now. Uh, Market has gone from 93 in the at the money option to somewhere close to 121 because of a sharp fall here. No doubt there could there could be one more possible stretch happen, which is happening right now also. So that is there. If I will be option buying, then I will be getting this profit. But the VIX is not in my range, so I will be happy if I am losing this momentum. Of everything I can't occupy, right? And if you look at the unrealized PnL right now is somewhere close to 1,000, which is because market has done a great move in our favor. So that's why we have got this kind of momentum here. But this was pretty unexpected that market will fall sharply from here. Although this is in my view also, but in the low wicks, if you are buying option, the probability of it melting against your favor is very high. That's why I have sold the option. Otherwise, I could have also bought the option. So this is what the already I have gained somewhere close to 3% in this position because the maximum profit that I can gain is 9%, and we have already got 3%, which is a pretty fair thing only. So let's observe the market and let's see that is this a bluff move or is it a real sustainable selling side move? Because these kind of moves are only the only moves where market bluffs the people who would be thinking that no market will fall, market will go higher from this point. But market bluffs them by showing them that no, I'll be first removing you, then I am going. On this kind of heavy volume selling, people would be definitely thinking of selling over this area. क्योंकि इतना fast momentum है. So this is the good point for the market to come over also. क्योंकि 500 का breakout भी कर दिया है with some of good volumes. So यहाँ पर एक चांस बनता है मार्केट में कि वो बाइंग साइड फिर से जा सके. We need to see कि ये what is the possibility of that. Or we can conclude that it is a retracement kind of move because देखो ये जो trend line मैंने बनाया है यहाँ पर, if you look at the trend line very closely, this is the high of uh, this is this particular high. So if market stays above this, क्योंकि इसका breakdown हो जाए तो people would be definitely selling over this area. तो अगर इसके ऊपर रहता है then people would be thinking of definitely buying into this. और एक चीज ये जो ट्रेंड लाइन बना था यहाँ के आसपास अगर मार्केट आता है then it will be very good for the further upcoming upside moves. For a sustainable buying that is required, but we can't conclude anything. We can just only manage our risk and do the further thing. Let market do the further things. So Bank Nifty is also not broken down 500 are also showing support from that point. So how we can get the idea of that it is a sustainable move or not? Let me show you at the money option. Let's suppose you have entered at this point, placing a stop loss close to this low. On the basis of the performance of this premium, we will be getting to know that does this move is sustainable or not. Right? So let's observe this call option. So if this sustains here, then we can conclude that no, it is a move for removing the random buyers over the areas. Right now it is showing the call side move. So let's see. I think this should not sustain, but if this becomes a very bullish candle, then probability of it sustaining also high. Right now the call option is increasing. Not that much, but let's see. I will update it. So one fun fact here is in Sensex the candle is of close to 180 points. Can you just imagine how much buying would be happening over this area? So that can turn out to be a crucial zone for the market because it is a swing also. But one concerning part is it is not very easy for the market to show a hammer like this on a previous swing and after that going straight away from this. Possibility of market going sideways or staying below is high. That's why our position should get some benefit out of it. Or if goes straight away like this, then it will be very good for random buyers to get the money because call option is already increasing right now with a good volume already. So on 1 minute, if you look, call options are increasing. This could be the first time pullback. Let's see, we can't conclude anything here because the way it is showing positivity around the call option is something that is very questionable. The problem becomes here is if this becomes a buying side candle, then why no one will buy here, right? Because the stop loss is very less. Also, the good volumes are indicating that no, it can be sustainable also. That's what making me question about this position. You know, good thing is right now it is falling again. So if the low is taken out, then we can probably conclude that no, this is a bluff kind of thing. Otherwise, we will be have to conclude that no, market is going to sustain from here. Let's see, I will update you in the next 5 to 10 minutes what will happen. So clearly you can see the call options have increased right now. I think this is turning out to be a day of option buyers here because if I am buying an option here, 1:3 will be very easy to get. No worries, because we have sold the option that we have. That's why we have running in positive PnL only. But we need to see that how much does it move from here. There is one thing that I want to show you. This is also in my plan. If market falls a little bit and shows support around this area, I will be selling these call options in order of view that 82 200 के नीचे market नहीं आने वाला. So I could do that also, but let me see that how much premium is left in that particular thing. So this is the this is the strategy. So the premium left becomes very low here because yesterday I was seeing that there is 2500 of premium left, and here it turned out to be 1860 because of the expiry factor. Because the Sensex has a 10th June expiry, so these are going to expire today. So more or less, these will become zero only. So let me place it to the draft portfolio just to have an overview that what would happen to this. Sensex 110. Strategy will be 82 200, not broken, not broken. This was the view basically. So I have added it to the draft portfolio, and if you look at that, this is how the particular position looks like. I think this would probably turn out to be zero if market stays above 20, 82 200. But let's see, can't conclude anything at this point because it looks like a option buying day today. Because the premiums are showing crazy low, but the decay is in our factor, so there is no need to worry about. Again, it is showing the buy side stretch over the call option. But the move is constantly getting the accumulation of buyers around the downside. It has not given the profit of sellers also because it has not touched the 25,000 yet. Because Sensex has broken down with a good volume, the major point of 82,500. That's why I think there might be some sort of buying side move happening. It should stay sideways in this range, otherwise it could fall also. But going straight away from this is something that is very unsustainable. If I may show you that where does it happen before. There is a point. Let me find this one. But the same kind of thing happened into the market. I think this was the day. Look at this point. Market has accumulated good chunk of sellers over this area after a buying side move. Then after what happened, gap down के साथ when market showed selling, there is a crucial point for the Sensex to take support at. That's why it took support and also it has shown some buying side move from that point. In this day also, market has shown some selling side move. Sellers may be accumulated over this area, and after that, it has not given a chance to the sellers to get out of it. So similar kind of day also today. Market is giving opportunity for the sellers to get accumulated over the higher side. But one thing, previous day market has given the sellers of chance to stay there. But today when gap up opened and market has shown some bullishness over the first 1 to 2 minutes, they might have removed their positions, they squared off their position, and also they might have thinking that it's an all-time high pay. Why should I sell into the market? So that's the thought that we are against. So let's say the position is going good only. Nothing looks to be worried about. Let's see how this comes out today. So clearly you can see that the call options have increased their value. I'm just waiting for this candle closer because what is happening right now is market removing the upside sellers. But one thing which is very clear is there is no SL available on the higher side. Market has created them by showing this kind of short cycle. Previously, also this kind of thing happened with me. When market is falling with a large volume, that means there is a clear-cut sellers accumulation happening around this zone. And the view that I have of that market will stay below this range in the expiry also, that can't be correct also, but that should be I what I was thinking the market should stay within this range because it has done the breakout. Accepting the particular thing is also very crucial. No doubt this is running in the break even only. But one thing which is very clear right now is that when market has accumulated good chunk of sellers over this area, it has removed them also. So from now onwards, what market will do will decide the further of move because it is showing continuously bullishness over and over again with a good volume itself. So expectation of this not sustaining would be very high, but no one can say, right? Sensex has also done the breakout of 80 to 500. and it is also taking resistance from the previous high also. That's what making me question about this more. If I'd be, uh, if you ask me that what would happen next, I will definitely say that this breakout will happen in the Sensex because it is taking exactly from the previous low. But does that mean that we will be changing our view? Definitely not. And if you look at the overall structure also, the selling that has come already 60% reverse. That means the small sellers would be definitely getting out of the market. And whoever the institutions are, they will be trying to place the market in the down area only. Once this high got taken out, we will have to take exit from this position. Sensex is looking clear cut bullish here because it has taken resistance from the previous swing, also done the breakdown with a good volume of 80 to 500, which means that there is a possibility of it going further, it touching the further highs also. So in that case, we'll be squaring of both the legs. And also, if you look at the increase in the call options for the Nifty, it has 100 points moved in architecture, and if you look at the money premium, it has moved only 30 points, and this is at the money premium. So low VIX is that having that issue with this already. If I had been executing this, it would be very great. But that time, what I thought is completely fair enough because we have got some decent chunk of move around this area. But I should have in mind about this area because this is a crucial important, crucial support zone. I shouldn't be neglecting that. Maybe there could be a breakout visible in the next upcoming 5 minutes. Minority is still bearish. Both index has turned bullish. That means people would be definitely buying in bank Nifty. But what happens generally is whichever index shows some sort of negativity, the possibility of other two getting negative becomes very high. But we can't say anything about the bank Nifty. So spot is showing continuation kind of pattern. So I think most probably in the next 5 minutes we will get to know that is this a sustainable move or not. Definitely, whoever would be thinking of buying into the market, he or she has got the best price, which is 25,040 as a low. That means the institution's mind will be definitely gaining out of this area. Clear cut census is taking resistance on the previous area only. That means it is accumulating sellers over and over again. So if you look at the particular continuation in 15 minutes, three candles have already been into the direction of buying side, and further continuation is very less likely to be done. So there could be any sideways momentum here happening, or otherwise a little bit of negative momentum, so that the market could have the potential of going further higher. So here I am. If you look at the market, it has been complete sideways, and here we have seen a little bit of bearish momentum. And in that momentum, market has done the breakdown of 25 100, and after that showing some sort of support. And also Sensex has broken down 82 400, and after that showing some sort of support. Time right now is 15.9, that means 310. So on that basis, if you look at our position, this is running in close to this PNL, but I am thinking that I will be holding this position for and in the purpose of carry forwarding. The reason is simple that if you look at daily candle, the way it has shown negativity, this candle is close to somewhere of 144 points. So if there is a strength in the price, does it will make this right after touching this high, after retesting on this high, does this bearish momentum is expected? Because market has done the testing of low, that's why I am pretty much bearish onto the market. And on that view, I am expecting this low to break down in the upcoming sessions. Also, Nifty to touch this low, this high. So on that expectation, I am holding this position. No doubt that will be an overnight risk, but I am happy to take it because the way it is showing support on hourly time frame looks like it is just removing the random sellers over this area, and after that it might show the real move which is towards the downside because clearly the price is weak. If you think from a trap perspective, then if you look here, it has made a high, clearly removed the sellers. After making a little bit of selling side momentum, it has made this buying candle. Don't you think that everyone will buy on this looking at the buying candle? Definitely will. And those buyers will be carry forwarding their position thinking that this low is gonna sustain in the upcoming days because it is all time at high. Right? People would be fearing of shorting into the market. So that's why you have carry forward this position. And my view is pretty simple that market should stay within this range or bearish. It can go further down also. But let's see how this turns out to be. I'll be updating you tomorrow about this trade. Thank you for watching. If you're getting any kind of value, make sure that you are hitting the subscribe icon so that I am motivated enough to make these kind of videos.